It's getting recorded. Getting recorded.
Good afternoon, all my friends and colleagues. I am really overwhelmed. This is one of my dreams in pediatric endocrinology, and it has come a long way. We are trekking along, and we have reached the peak today. And I must really tell you, when I started thinking about pediatric endocrinology, I thought it was a felt need in pediatrics. So I said I'm going for specialization, and I didn't want to do a DM in endocrinology in India because it was adult endocrinology. And I wanted to specialize in a center which offers pediatric endocrinology. So I was going to Australia at that time. And everybody, all my friends, well-wishers, everybody said, why do you want to do pediatric endocrinology? Think of diarrhea. You have lots of them in India. Think of asthma. You become a specialist in that, you will get patients. And in pediatric endocrinology, you won't get anybody. That was the sincere advice given to me. I said, no, I want to do this. I went, I trained, I came back. My boss offered me a job and asked me to stay. I said, no, I want to go back to India. And fortunately, I was in Vellore, where I was able to set up a fully functional unit. And at that time, 86, I'm talking about 86, when our own alumni, CMC alumni, came back from abroad and visited and all that, they said, you're doing so much. You're doing stimulation tests. And it was all a booster for me to proceed further. And but still, there were very few at that time interested in endocrinology. And I must tell you that one person who showed more interest than my own postgraduates in the department was Dr. Shaila Bhattacharya. She came as an observer. She was the first observer that we had. And I'm glad to see that now she's become president of the All India Indian Society of Pediatric and Adolescent Endocrinology. And now we are starting here in Karnataka. And we have so many of the offsprings, okay? Should we call it F1 generation or F3? And it really pleases me to see so much interest in pediatric endocrinology, and which is spreading. And our aim is to increase the awareness, as was already mentioned. Even today, some of the pediatricians are not aware that we can stop precocious puberty. They're not aware that there is a treatment available for this. And we have taken it on our state chapter to spread awareness. That's the most important thing. And we have already mentioned, and the meeting started with Avni saying congenital hypothyroidism and congenital adrenal hyperplasia, type 1 diabetes, and so on. She listed everything. And apart from that, we want to increase not only the awareness, the availability of treatment for all these conditions and effective management. And it's the most gratifying area in medicine, not just pediatrics, in medicine itself, I think, because you see the children blooming. When they come, they're so dull and so on, and they bloom and blossom, and that was the logo. You can see the bud becoming a blossom. And you cannot find a better picture than in hypothyroid. You would have seen how the child is transformed and to lead a normal and useful life. And that logo of ISPE, Indian Society of Pediatric and Adolescent Endocrinology, was launched here in Bangalore, and it was designed by me. And Shaila and I did a conference before ISPE and introduced this logo, which is now carrying on. And there are many, many milestones, as I said, that we have achieved, and I'm glad we have reached the peak, and we will be able to continue our services to the poor, and at the same time involve all of you. Without you, we can't do anything. And I must also gratefully acknowledge the encouragement I got from Bangalore Pediatric Society, friends like Dr. Jagdish, Dr. Govindraj, Dr. Vasudev, who was a regular attendee for every one of my lectures, I can tell you, and Dr. Prahlad Kumar, and Dr. Geeta Patil, and Dr. Priya. I can go on listing all the people. And one other thing I'm really grateful for is the warm welcome for this prodigal son. As citizen of Bangalore, I'm in Karnataka. I had moved away to Vellore, but when I came back from Vellore, I was welcomed with open arms, and that was what gave me a further impetus to produce 40 pediatricians who completed their fellowship course, and they are taking pediatric endocrinology to the roots of every part of the country, and some have even gone abroad. And I'm really grateful to God for having blessed me with this useful march into pediatric endocrinology. And I'm really appreciative of the love and support that I have received from all of you. Thank you very much.